What I would say is this: if you're a seller and your books are a mess, and you're looking at this and you're like, 3 years, there's no way, like, that's so long. I'm actually not even going to do it because that's so unattainable. What I would say is, for any buyer, you want to get comfortable with the current state of the business, right? So I really only care about the last year. I probably really only care about the last 6 months. I don't care if your books are clean 3 years ago. Now, it depends on the type of business. If it's a healthcare company and I'm inheriting the license, like, yeah, there's probably some liability there. But for the most part, I really only care about the last 6 months to a year. So if your books are a mess, I would just start right now and say, what do I need to do to get my books cleaned up? Do I have a bad accountant? Who's running my bookkeeping? Do I have a system in place? You just need to identify what you need to get in place so that you can start the process of getting clean books. And then from there, once you've decided, yeah, I'm going to go to QuickBooks, or you know what, I can use Microsoft Dynamics, or I can use Great Plains, whatever it is. Once it's implemented, then you do the work and you actually create your GL accounts. You actually create the assignments for where certain expenses go. You create a process for every month you reconcile your books and you make sure that your credit cards are allocated to the right accounts. For small businesses, like these are not hard things to set up, but they can be tedious things. And then from there, I would worry about looking backwards. But first and foremost, I would just start today and figure out, what do I need to do today to get my books cleaned? Hire a CPA, find a good bookkeeping company online. You can find them all over the place, and just get organized today. And then you can start worrying about working your way backwards.
Yeah, that's good advice, and I think that a lot of owners think about this. It's tedious, it is time consuming, but with the exit in mind, it's worth a lot of money, right? And so that tedious
Mhm.
task that you got to hire for, I don't know, you could outsource it maybe for 40,000 or hire someone in house for 120,000. Again, if it's worth millions of dollars, the perspective on it changes. Whereas if you're going, oh, I don't have clean books, but I'm not going to do anything. Well, yeah, you're right. The ROI might not be there for you, but when you think about it from an exit standpoint, it could potentially be worth seven figures.
And think about it like this: if I'm a seller, I'm selling a business. Most of the time, most buyers want to do an asset purchase. They don't want to do a stock purchase. Why? Why don't they want to do a stock purchase? Because I don't want to inherit your liabilities. No, like, no offense to you, Ryan. I don't know what you did 2 years ago. I don't want to inherit whatever potential liabilities are out there. So we're going to do an asset purchase. And if we do an asset purchase, then you, as the seller, you still potentially have liability on you as you sell the business. But now you no longer have the business there to generate the income to offset any potential damages or liability that you might have. So if your books are a mess, you don't even know what your potential liability might be. Whereas if your books are clean, at least from that standpoint, you can be like, all right, my business is clean. I'm not worried about the liabilities. I can act more aggressively and be more flexible on the terms. Or you can say, you know what, I have a lot of potential liability, not because I did anything wrong, but 90% of my payment is from Medicare. And I know Medicare has a 7-year look back. So I'm going to be way more conservative in my negotiating when I'm trying to exit. Having clear and clean books doesn't just affect whether or not the buyer wants to purchase your business. It affects the way that you approach selling your business as well. And I don't think people think about that enough.